Welcome back to Louisianimal Gaming. Today we're back in Playbook 9 of our 14 Playbook Challenge, and we're diving straight into the heat of South Florida. We're talking about the Miami Playbook isn't just flash. It's got a bunch of good stuff here, and it's uniquely different from some of the other formations and playbooks that we've already broken down. We have bunch strong offset. We have the trips halfback weak, the bunch open tight end. We've not had to break that down yet, and the empty spread. Both very good formations. This entire playbook is extremely good, very underrated, and not a lot of people are using it yet. So let's jump into this and break this playbook down. And as always, if you guys are enjoying the content, enjoying the tips and the playbooks, and they're helping you improve your game, do me a favor, like this video, drop me a comment on what you like, what's been working for you, what you'd like to see next, and sub to the channel. It really helps me out grow and continues to allow me to provide content for everybody here in the community. Let's get into it. Welcome to our Miami Hurricanes offensive playbook here. First formation I want us to take a look at here is going to be the bunch strong offset. They have some different things here in Miami that's not in other playbooks I really like. Number one, let's look at this motion halfback wham. Halfback wham used to be a very good thing under center. And again, it's super nice. I mean, here's the first one. We're getting 20 plus yards here, but this is a big thing. Just like a little quick motion from the tight end, cuts across, and very, very good. It used to be really overpowered. I want to say it was like Madden 20, Madden 19, so a ways back, right? But this is a great play, and the fact that they integrated this into a bunch set of all things, which doesn't have a lot of great runs um, outside of duo, is really, really nice. And this is going to be one of the staple plays in this formation to keep the defense honest and expect to run. Usually when people come out in any kind of form of bunch, nobody's really expecting run. So very good play. And then speaking of the other good runs, you have duo. Duo, again, might be the best shotgun run in the game. I consider it is. I love the way that guys double team blocks up front, then they'll peel off into the second level. It leads to a lot of consistent yardage, and it's great on the goal line. It's really great in any particular situation. It's not one thing that really shines more than the other. But you see here, there's just double team blocks up front. It's really, really difficult to stop unless a user really knows how to shoot that gap. So you got motion halfback wham, you got duo. That's the runs out of the shotgun from this bunch strong offset. And that's not usually how you start a bunch type video. So uh, RP alerted screen. I'm not super big on this just because it's compressed to the line. But again, something to mix up. Pin pull toss is another great run. If that pulling guard actually doesn't run past his first block, it's usually big plays. Now let's take a look here quickly at slant spacing. Reason why I like this because B here is on his little speed out. X is on a backside slant. And then you could do something like this where you put A here on a drag, and then I would just put Y here on a wheel route. Something simple. But here, the first read, just give me this little speed out route. Uh, you don't have to put the tight end in drag. You could just leave him completely stock. But you see here, tight end, he almost actually gets into a nice little spot there, especially with the swing route from the running back and the speed out really stretching the defense here. And again, hit him again. Nice little 10-yard play. This is a good little quick hitter play, maybe right down in the goal line situation, some red zone offense here. Here's RB kind of underneath. It looks really tight, but the guy's on his back, so they really can't make plays on it like that. And then the only way the slant's really going to get open is if you see the left side, not the outside corner, but what would be like the outside linebacker here on the side or a middle linebacker. If they just drop completely back or maybe blitz out of the way, that's the only way I really like throwing the slant. Now, mind you, we've already went over 3-4 plays, and we haven't even gotten to the 4 best plays in the formation. Flood. Flood is very simple. I like dragging RB, put Y on a flat. Just keeps the flood route, just you have a guy to drag underneath. You can run this quick snap and just run it stock too. It worked really well. Again, take your check downs, drag 5 yards. If they don't play underneath, you're going to have Y. Here we'll take this tight end on the corner route. Didn't get a good pass lead on there. But the other thing you can do, hit him in this little pocket right here, is a nice little window for him. People really don't expect that. People actually will try to go use him to the corner, though, so that's going to leave this X and this drag here. Again, drag wide open, just going to completely fry man coverage. And then, yeah, so the other thing I like to do here is just corner route A because he runs a sharper route. So guys that maybe aren't as good route running, they get better separation on this corner versus the stock corner here. And you'll see right there that he just really gets to the sideline quick. And the 4 receiving options to the right really create a mismatch for alignment and how the who's going to be assigned to who. Next, we're going to take a look here, corner strike. Again, another quick, easy setup, streak RB. That's the setup. Optionally, you can put X on a comeback if you like the comeback better than the C route. So again, here, take your reads. They give us flats. We throw A all day. Most times you want to run your bunch or your trips to the wide side of the field. B route really gets open to the sideline against pretty much any defense. See if we can get an example here. Here he just completely cooks man. Against zone, there's just different windows to throw him outside. We may not see it here just because I'm right in the middle. See if I can get an example here. Yeah, now they just dropped back with him. But that particular defense would not work that well if I was lined up wide. But again, so the streak's there for a snap throw if you see like the safety come down or things like that. A's in the flat. Y is your check down here underneath. We'll show that real quick. Again, the only route that's on the left is that C route. So any zones on the left are just going to get pushed upfield, allowing this guy to come open underneath. The comeback is basically if you see one-on-one coverage over there with no help like this, throw it at the top of his break, possession, catch it. 9 out of 10 times it's a catch. Every now and then they will get that knockout animation. But corner strike is very deadly. It's been best play in bunch strong offset for a while now. Make sure you guys are using that. Now let's take a look. Dagger. Dagger is actually one of my favorite plays. And there's a couple ways to set up. I'm just going to give you the simple one. Put A on a deep crosser, Y on a streak. So your reads are going to be B, A, Y is the reads. B will be your check down. It gets really hard for them to defend it when he's coming across the formation there. Here we go. And you see here, again, zone. He's going to be open wide underneath. And so here's the thing, right? If you see that they don't come down underneath, obviously we're going to throw it. If you see them come down underneath, it's really going to leave the deep crosser A and then Y open. And I'm going to show you an example here. Here's Y. They really crashed kind of hard down underneath. Again, here, look. And if they try to run this man blitz, you're really going to have a bunch of things open. And this is one of the best plays for getting down the field really quick. Again, just kind of taking your reads here. Nice little throw over the shoulder to the tight end for a big play. Tight end is doing a lot of chipping here. Normally, he gets out a lot quicker. Again here, drag. We actually had A open as well. But again, just take whatever the defense can give you. If they don't play underneath, we take the drag. If they play underneath, you have the tight end, you have the running back. Very simple play, simple concept to run. And the very last play is flood. Very last play we're going to run is Y trail. Y trail, you do not need to make any adjustments. The only thing I do is I just put RB. No, I don't. Last play is Y trail. No adjustments needed here. Again, underneath, take your check down right away. B. People are going to crash on B pretty hard if you run this enough times. Then that's going to leave A really wide open on this angle route. Love this play. It's in a bunch of different bunch sets. But yeah, super, super good play. Make sure you guys are incorporating it here. Swing route. If people are, again, dropping way back, playing their zone drops, things of that nature, that's going to be really good. Here's a little spot here is when you see the defense really kind of spread out in the middle, is you just want to back shoulder it to RB. Here they're going to run man, hit your drag, Again, make them respect all the routes on the field and just take whatever they're going to give you. So trips halfback week is the next formation we're looking at. You have an inside zone, a halfback base, an off tackle, RPO alert, mid draw, read option. You legitimately have every kind of run out of this formation, which is not common in a lot of formations. That you have one that tacks inside, a pulling guard, an outside run, read option. So you guys really want to incorporate these runs to maximize this formation. But the reason why I like it so much is it has my favorite halfback screen pass in the game. Angle screen, the blocks are just amazing. They get out here into the second level. You wait a second, you throw it. Linemen really get out in front, and this is a huge, huge play. And depending how the defense reacts, sometimes you can throw it quick here, um, assuming they don't drop the ball, of course. But you throw it out quick, or you can actually let him cut up like this, and I feel like he gets a lot of momentum like that, and it's just going to be big yards up there. Now, the one thing you cannot do is you cannot only run this pass play out of this formation. Eventually, the DTs or the DNs will actually drop back and play this if you run this too many times in a row without mixing things up. So, tidbit of info there, very crucial when you guys are trying to run that. Wide receiver mid screen. Again, I've talked about this in other videos. This is a super underrated play that people really need to incorporate into their offense. It is just so good. It's definitely keep people off balance, and it has big, big potential. But it's also pretty consistent, and that's the main thing is you want consistency in plays. Here again, complementing, we're in halfback screen, wide receiver mid screen. Now you have a motion slot screen. Again, something to keep them off balance here. Um, again, there's multiple. We have three screen plays. We have 4 or 5 runs, and we haven't actually even got into the regular portion of it. But you see here, we also can throw the swing route, which is a nice little um, bonus there because it like they kind of sit on the slot screen here, as you see. And I'm not sure if that's just a thing that's going to happen majority times in this game or in this formation or whatnot, but you see it works really, really effectively. Take a look here at shock H option. Um, this is my favorite play, pass play, like pure pass play in the formation. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put X here on a comeback route just on that side. But you have the shock combination with B and A over here on the right side. And against match coverage, A is going to get open for a touchdown. Um, see if we get a look like that. If not, you have these little routes right here, B and A, the smoke screen. If nobody's playing underneath, he's the option. You have your running back as well on an option route. And I love RB's route because he is looking, identifying if it's man or zone for you. If it's zone, he's usually going to sit right in the pocket. And if it's man, like we saw there, and the defender tries to run with him, he changes it to an out route. So I love that play. Here is the shock part I was talking about. If it's like a cover 2 or a match, he just gets wide open. And then the last route here is just watching the running back. He read it was zone, and he just kind of sat in the pocket. So love this play. Super, super effective, and it's very easy to read. This is one formation I have not touched on in any video that I've broken down in the playbooks here. Is not common in too many playbooks. Is the bunch open tight end. And let's take a look here. The very first play I'm going to look at is Y trail. Y trail, great in any formation. I really like putting X re-cornering him so he gets that sharper breaking out route. And then you have this drag from B and then A on his angle route. And then even RB. So plays really good. It's going to attack multiple spots underneath here. You're going to see the drag here, and RB gets wide open, gets a couple yards. Pay attention to his tight end here. He gets leverage. Boom. And that's really why I love that over here because they have to line up inside. Sometimes it's a linebacker or a safety. And sometimes corners, for whatever reason, have a really hard time covering this. So he's always a good route whenever I see that match. Then, of course, the trail route or the angle route that runs behind the drag. He gets open against almost any zone every time, and it's really just about whether it's quick or it's a few seconds. So I don't want to throw it every single time to make my point, But you also have your check down swing route here. And we're just going to see if we can get RB involved here. Looks like they're going to bring another man blitz. If you had a good route running receiver, again, that post is something that can actually cook man really good. Last time here, take the underneath route, make a move, get your 5 yards. Now we're going to take a look here at dig return. Dig return. So when running this play again, corner your tight end every time. We're going to streak our running back to add something here. And you're just going to make your reads. I see we got numbers to the right, so I'm going to watch how they play the flats and or the zig. They leave the flat open real quick. We shoot it out there. We get 7 yards. But again, yeah, it's just really just keeping it simple here. Now they have a flat. We throw the zig here. But that's why I love this play. It's super easy to read. Tight end is going to be open here again. Rack animation. Get you a touchdown. He's going to be open again here, but we're not going to throw it to him. We're going to look at RB here because he'll beat man as well. And you see just literally this formation in this particular play is super, super tough to guard. The tight end, this might be the biggest threat of a formation for a tight end just because he creates those mismatches in that alignment to really get outside. So people are going to really have to adjust to take that away, whether it's user pressing, putting cloud flat, or, putting a superstar corner, kind of moving him out wide. So flood, flood's one of the best concepts, been one of the best concepts in the game. Um, Again, I will absolutely corner out him. I'm actually going to drag him here, and I'm going to streak Y and just see the reads they give us. Now the tight end is a threat because he's a quick throw on a drag when he's been on a corner route every other possession. Then, of course, they don't guard the running back. You take your free yards there. And then the last but not least, you have the flood on the right. So you see we got numbers. Do we have flat? We absolutely do. Throw it upfield, take your 7 or 8 yards. But yeah, when you run this, obviously everything's kind of just it picks its spot that it's open. If you have numbers to the right, my reads are usually to the right. If they're not going to cover the running back, things of that nature, then here, just deeper down the sideline, you just let A just kind of sit there, and then you'll actually throw him open. Again, flood, one of the best staple plays, and make sure you guys are incorporating that. Last formation here that I want to take a look at in Miami is the empty spread. And right away, my favorite play in it, quarterback blast. Any 5 wide with QB blast to me is just, it's amazing. It's probably the best play in 5 wide. Again, you see any 4 down linemen, 3 down linemen, and only 1, none, or 2 linebackers. Run QB blast. It's a great goal line play, great short yard situation. Really save this for when you need it. And again, it's super super easy. It's really hard, if at all, um, to lose yards. And you see, I have a non-mobile quarterback, really, threat-wise, in Carson Beck, and he is able against this defensive front of Florida that's pretty good and consistent yardage. Right? Again, not game-breaking plays. Sometimes it can be. Like I said, we say that, and then here we get a 20-yard run with Carson Beck up the middle. But that's what QB Blast offers, and that's why any 5 wide set that has that, it is a must run. So let's also take a look here. Stick and nod. People really sleep on. All right, here running stick and nod. Y on a speed out route. X on a comeback. Easy reads. So right here, there's no slot corner lined up over Y, so it's going to be a snap throw to him. Great pass to complete. All right, making our reads here again. Y and X. You see he doesn't get outside right away. Y is just going to win. So again, if you see the slot guy, just throw it to Y every time. Uh, if not, you have your underneath route here to RB. He's going to be open. Great thing about stick and nod is that A and RB are almost open every single time. Here you see we hit A on the double move. He absolutely destroys man coverage. So if you got a fast tight end or decent route running tight end, he's going to actually completely cook on this if they're in man. Then you got your return route here. Always a good. Now we're coming out in double pivot. You have these two zig routes. You have a comeback on the right, and then this rounded in route by RB. Routes are pretty simple. If you have a good route running receiver in X and B, the post and the comeback will win. Uh, Underneath with the zig routes, they've always been really good man beater. And the whole key with this formation, right, when you're making your reads, is I like to see the numbers as far as who's lined up defensive back over the receivers. So I see I have 2 on 2 on the left, and it looks like 4 on 3 for the defense on the right. So my eyes shift to the left, and I'm going to see how they're going to play this. Zig, wide open. I'm going to take my free yards, and if the safety takes a bad angle like he did there, going to be a lot of potential for big rack yardage. Now we look at it here, and this is a wonky little set here on defense, but again, I'm going to take my numbers to the left, see what they do. He kind of drops. Nothing really kind of got open, but I saw the guys were dropping back, so I knew I had my underneath route coming. So really, that's all it is just seeing reads. Okay, cool. The guy in the middle just completely fell back, so we hit the tight end on the zig. Then there's these last two plays here. Bubble screen is a bubble screen, but the cool thing is you have it to either side. Again, just kind of looking at numbers, seeing how they're going to play. I'm going to watch the defense on the right here, throw it out. Again, this isn't a home run play, but it is something that absolutely can sneak up on the defense and get you some pretty solid yards. So, and then you have the same one to the left if they don't play it. Again, the guy kind of drops back here. Gotta love the overpowered stiff arm from 150-pound receivers. But that's going to be the bubble screen. And then the very last play that I want us to take a look at here. Implement this into your offense. It's super good. And it does have home run potential. Very consistent with the yards. I'd say more often than not, you're going to get at least 5 to 10 yards. Again, part of it is just, blocks obviously getting picked up, but then you able to pick the hole to be able to make something happen afterwards. And so that's probably the best they've played there. We got 1 yard, but you see this play is consistently good. And we got linemen getting up into the second level tight end, and then that is the home run potential that I was referring to. And that's the breakdown of the Miami playbook. And now you've got the blueprint to dominate on offense like the U in its prime. If this video helped you out, level up, drop a like, hit the sub button. Let me know in the comments what playbook or formation you guys want to see next. We're just getting started this season. And trust me, you guys don't want to miss what's coming. Until next time, stay dangerous, stay creative, and always keep repping Louisianimal Gaming.